Hello, hello. It's Mary Rose from MaryRoseIntuitive.com and Psychic Soulmate. This video is a 3-card oracle reading for what we all need to know right here and now. And I'm not saying the date because it's timeless. It doesn't matter when you watch this. Even if you're watching this years and months later after the date that I've uploaded, the reading, the message is intended for you because you've landed here for some mysterious reason. That's the way spirit guides work. So I encourage you to grab a pen and paper because things will jump out. When I do my readings, I always say it takes 2 people to make the reading happen. If your arms are closed and you're just closed, it's really hard sometimes to get a reading on somebody because they tend to just block the energy. So I encourage you to watch this with an open mind and see what comes through. Okay, and I've already dealt the cards and placed them for us. And the cards that I'm working with are Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. My light is a little bright, but this is one of my favorite decks. It is dear to my heart, and my spirit guide said today, this is the deck that I need to work with that will facilitate the message, help to facilitate the message. Okay. The first card is Never Ending Story. Can you relate to that? It's just never ending. It's just like things seem to be repeating themselves over and over. I can see that. It's just like things don't seem to be moving. Things just seem to be very stale in your life. You might be feeling like things are just not happening, or in a relationship, you might just feel like things are just stagnate. This is a stagnate energy, and it's also passive energy, and it's actually built on ego. It's actually something that is in the mind. Like it represents being too much in the mind, being too much in your head, thinking too much, overthinking. And we can relate to that because, you know, maybe we have too much of something. Like maybe we've overindulged, okay, and we're waiting for the next best thing to give us that spark and that glamour or something just to just brighten it. Or it can relate to a relationship as well. Like are you noticing that maybe your relationship seems to be a bit just like flatlined or just straight line, or just energy just seems to be not moving. Things just seem to be stale. You might be noticing that somebody is just not opening up. You're noticing that there's things that are closed. Okay, and this is the energy that's working through right now. There's a lot of planetary influences, if you're watching this when I uploaded, that contributes to this. Okay, and it's very important to really push ourselves through it. Okay, and when I say push yourself, I'm not saying that you have to push yourself to make yourself feel good. I'm asking, like my feeling is to just more of just have fun with it. Like find some things that make you feel good. Find some things that get you out of your head. Find some things that just like make you feel good about you. Okay, I can mention a lot of things, but the one thing that I do get is to go and do something for yourself, like go for nice long walks, go for just stop thinking so much. Okay, I can just go on and give you some stories and some suggestions, but it's all going to say the same thing. You know what you need. You know what your body needs. You know what your mind needs. You know what that is. And we can't like wait for somebody to make us feel that way. You know what I mean? Like sometimes we think, well, that person is going to make me feel that way. If that person comes back into my life and, you know, I'm going to feel great. Or if this happens, or if I win the lottery, or that's going to, you know what? You got to look at what you have inside of you, what you have here. And right now, well, we're still on lockdown where I am. It's major lockdown. It's still state of an emergency, yes. And everything that's happening, it's actually forcing us to go inward. I realized today, I was like, okay, what is this telling us? What is this message? You know, what universe are we in? It's telling us that we need to stop trying to look for the next best thing to bring us hope. We need to find that inside of ourselves. And sometimes, you know, being indoors, and sometimes, well, it's not about being indoors, it's about going inward. Like you can go to the park and sit next to a tree. That's the one thing I love to do, is go to parks and go to trees and go to nature. And you can just go inward. Okay, no one can tell you not to do that, even regardless of the weather. I mean, grab an umbrella if it's raining, or just look out your window, hold on to some plants, hold on to some crystals. You can find nature, hold on to your pets, whatever that may be. You go inward and you find what it is that is calling you. that what is it that it's really telling you what you need to do for you? What are you really searching for? You know, and it might take some time to do that, because there's something that is there for you that you need to look into, and it's never ending. The never ending story is the mind telling you. Okay, the second card is TikTok. TikTok. Okay, TikTok means your mind also is telling you again, TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. If you don't do this, then it's never going to happen. It's actually feeling competitive. The energy is feeling like, oh gosh, I need to get to A to get to B and get to C. Like I have to do this and to get to there. It's like you're putting too much pressure. It's actually an energy of pressure. That's what I'm getting. Okay. And you know what? It's time to abandon ship. It's time to abandon the things that no longer serve you. Okay. That's what I get from this. Okay. TikTok is saying one thing to me, and that's like, I read the cards not by what the book tells me, but my experiences. And I have to say, the one thing that I get from this is you need to, maybe there's some things in your life that no longer serve you. And some things need to be decluttered into your life. Some things this is a really good time, okay? Where I am right now is it's spring. You might be in autumn, depending when you are, but either wherever you are, you need to start getting rid of things that no longer serve you. And this can be people too in your life. Like there might be some people in your life that are naysayers, that are just very negative. Their energy just kind of just brings you down. And like there's energy vampires. You hear me talk about energy vampires a lot. And yeah, we have to do that all the time. We have to weed the garden. And sometimes that means to evaluate yourself and, you know, evaluate your self-worth, because you're worth much more. Now you see, being an empath, I am an empath. I seem to attract energy vampires. Yes, I do. And what's saying that, it's like they kind of like energy vampires is just automatic. They search for empaths. They look for empaths. Empathic people are the people that are really sensitive. If you were wondering if am I empathic, you probably are, because if you're feeling like you feel the energy of the world, you feel the energy of people around you, you feel the energy. You don't have to be. It's not about. It's a little different than psychic ability. Like there's psychic ability, empathic psychic ability, but there's also empathic where you feel people's energies, and sometimes you just don't know why you're feeling, you know, like depressed for some reason. You know, like there's energy, like you're feeling like sometimes, you know, our auras are huge. Okay, and you've heard me talk about this. Our auras are huge, and for an empath person, their heart is opened, and so what happens is that it goes far out, and you can sense people's energies. I usually sense people's energies when they're I'm gonna get encountered with somebody. Readings, before I read that person, I'm like, why am I feeling upset? Why am I feeling sensitive? Why am I feeling? Oh, it's a person's energy. And then when I identify it, I can see. So I kind of attract. And there's people that always try to take advantage, and that's you probably know, because you're probably in the same boat. We're all in the same boat, because our tribe attracts our vibe attracts our tribe, and my tribe is you. You're here, and if you're new, your tribe. We're all here connected, and that's how it works. People that are in your life and they're drawn to you, majority is that they are your tribe, and you get along with them and you love them, because I love doing this. I love you guys, I really do. But you know, and even people that are energy vampires, I love them too. But you know what, I just have to delete. I have to clear and delete. And I encourage you, the message why I'm saying this is because you need to clear and delete. I'm not saying that you need to break up with someone or break up a friendship, but I'm just saying you just need to slowly just lean off, and just get into your own power. It's very important that you get into your own power, that you empower yourself, and you say, you know what, I don't need to have that, because energy vampires, they tend to feed on they look for people like empaths to actually give them that source of power, because it's like they feed on them. It's, you know, I can go on and on about this, but I have to tell you that this is the message that you need to hear. Declutter and put the power into yourself, and know that you're not alone. Know that you're not alone, okay? And sometimes it's hard to break up with that, and it's hard to break away, but you know what? You have to trust, and you have to know divine timing. Their last card was new life, okay? This card actually just says that, new life, new beginnings happening. A new life is about to emerge from you, but you need to honor yourself. You need to honor yourself. You need to give that. You need to look for the things that you to be grateful for. Raise your vibration. Okay, that is the most important thing, because there's a lot of energies going on right now with Jupiter, or if you're watching this right now and it's in Pisces, and it's a time of imagination and creativity. And yes, Mercury retrograde is coming up soon, so this is a good time to declutter. But even if you're not I don't like to say the dates, because you might be watching this later, but this is just a message that you need to hear right now. So it's a really good time to do the decluttering so you could make room. I always like to make room for things. I don't like clutter. I really don't. I don't, because when you clear your space and you make room for things, you make room to grow. It's kind of like a plant. When you repot a plant into a new pot, what happens? The roots start to grow. And when the roots start to grow, it gets bigger and it grows. So this is what it's telling you. I always say, if you want to look for love and you're waiting for that love to come back into your life, or you're waiting for the true love to come into your life, you need to make a room in your closet. And even if you're looking for a new addition to your family, and it brings, if you want more money, if you want more life energy into your life, like what I mean by that is like having just more abundance in your life. Okay, you need to make space and clear the clutter. It's not to say I have clutter, yes, we all do, but I mean, like, you just need to, it's not to be a neat freak or anything like that, but you just need to have a little space where there's nothing there, and you need to make time in your schedule for no time. I always say that, make time for no time. Okay, and when I say that, it's like, find some time that you have no, like, okay, well, I'll just sit and just have no time, like on your to-do list, make something where you don't have to do anything. Okay, when I'm feeling good, I try to get as much done, because sometimes a migraine can sit, sometimes I can feel out of the weather, I can feel I get a little vertigo sometimes. I used to, anyways. I'm using that in the past tense because I don't want to attract that. So sometimes when things happen, you got to just try to just go with it and say, okay, well, at least I got it done. I always try to look for the blessings, and I promise you, you are going to attract more abundance into your life. But you need to really go into the solar plexus. The solar plex chakra is probably the one that gets us the most, and that is where we carry a lot of our emotions and carry a lot of our feelings and a lot of our stress. And I like you just to put your hands on your solar plexus like this, and just give yourself a big hug, a virtual hug. You like this, or just put your hands on your waist, and just tell yourself, I love you. You don't have to even tell yourself. You can just telepathically tell yourself. Yourself knows. Your body knows. Our bodies have a mind of their own. And sometimes we attract, when we have a lot of stress on us, we tend to hold it into a place, and that creates disease, that creates injury, that creates illness. And you can clear it right there, right here and now. You can. We have the ability to do anything our heart's desires. All you have to do is set the intention, and you can step into a new universe of freedom, joy, contentment, happiness, abundance. It's there. And I know it might sound like, okay, she's talking, like everything is too good to be true. It can be. You can have it. You got to trust, and you got to believe. You got to get out of the mind so much. Try to get out of that mindset of it's supposed to be this way and I have to. And I promise you, you're going to see a better future. But you got to work on you. Meditation is the key. Going inward. Okay. Visit this video often, because you will notice some things that are going on in your life will make more sense. And I'm also doing weekly lives. So visit my lives, and more to come on that. So I'm probably doing them on Tuesdays, and more to come. It's just coming to me about doing a live so I can connect with you guys more often. And that's Dave. He's just entered. I hope that helpful for you, and that it's some light. If you're interested in getting a longer reading with me, please visit my website, maryroseintuitive.com. You can book and schedule your reading right there on the spot, and it'll calculate the time frame for where you are and where I am. And you can do it just right then and there. maryroseintuitive.com. Until the next video, I wish you all peace, blessings, love, and light. Namaste.